How you guys doing today? I've missed you so much.
I can't. This fucking sucks.
I hope you guys are having a great night tonight. Welcome to this goddamn show.
Welcome back to All Seriousness Aside. God damn it, dude! I can't. The Pit Vipers are too much, man. I
need to take these off immediately
because
I feel like I'm about ready to date rape somebody.
I almost kicked you off the show. I'm not gonna lie. How did those become popular? I want to
know as well. So I got these ones from a certain person who goes by Daniel Castro from Milsim Media, and Bicycle Boy.
I'm glad. I'm very, very happy that he got his account back. Good for him, man. That
good for him, honestly. But yeah, I bought these off of Castro, and I think it was he was selling them. He needed money, or so. I don't know why. He just was getting rid of them. So I bought them.
And sunglasses like crazy.
I wanted to, help my boy, and so I have these pair of Pit Vipers, and I watched them slowly become the anthem of frat boy or.
Oh, it's those are worn by the Pied Piper of douchery.
If you have a lifted anything, I feel like if your vehicle's lifted in any capacity, you are required to get a pair of these.
If you got mud flaps with the naked girls on them, unironically, if you got the stacks coming off the back of your dually diesel that's lifted so high that you can't fucking step into it.
Any kind of flag waving off the back
got
of that thing, you gotta have to get yourself some of these Pit Vipers. If not, then you're just like everybody else, which is okay.
Oh my goodness.
So you guys went and did a thing. We're gonna wait to talk about that because
Corey's cooking.
Corey making food for his family.
Decided that he needed to cook for his fucking kids.
Oh my god! Even having a backwards hat on right now, I just don't like it.
Yeah, I took mine off.
Yeah.
But yeah. Corey and I went to Copperhead. More on that once he's back in the fold. He should be done here before too long. But you've had some stuff turning and burning recently, airsoft related, while we're still in our airsoft segment of the show. What were you doing?
So this last weekend, I was at the Oregon Airsoft Arena's 9/11. What did they call it? It was like Freedom from Quarantine Expo, or I don't know what the hell he was calling it, but anyway, it's one of Oregon Airsoft's arenas. Okay. Yeah, but hey, they do what they do. I support them anyway. So yeah, I went down to Oregon for their expo. Just kind of like randomly threw up a tent and started selling stuff and just mingling with the what do you call it? The community. You guys.
You love going out in public places and pitching.
I like pitching a tent and just hanging out with everybody. And I got to hang out with the airsoft team Savage from Northern California. They actually built their own field, and like it's like Field of Dreams. It's like if you build it, they will come, and that's literally what they've done. And so they came up here. I will have to get back to you on that.
Somebody in the chat, look that shit up.
So yeah, they came up. They actually took first place in the tournament they were in. So
dope.
Congrats to them. But yeah, so I got to hang out with them for like a day and a half, and good dudes.
Nice. It's always good when you run into people because like the Speedsoft teams, like teams especially, have got this weird I guess reputation for just being a bunch of douchebags. And every person that's been on a team that I've met has been totally delightful.
Yeah, and these guys are like seriously, these guys are like family, and just thought their hospitality was great. So
what's up, Daniel, James, Kev, Craig, Ian, Brandon, and Ben? Jesus fucking Christ. How are you boys doing this evening? Shout out to the chat. It's like I said, it's really cool because like there were a bunch of people at Copperhead this year that maybe normally wouldn't have gone to an airsoft event, and we'll get more into that.
Yeah, I saw some kids, some of the big Instagram boys.
I've heard incredibly positive things about it though.
Sweet.
I didn't have any real interaction, but I heard really fantastic things, so that's always good. But we'll talk about that a little bit later. Yeah, so like you went out and sold more of your new merch, right? Like you
Yeah, I
just kind of
did.
packed up some of your shirts and took them out there.
Right. Didn't really advertise it at all. And didn't advertise much and just was like, hey, because Northwest guys, I wanted to, give them a little love. So
Dope ass fucking hoodie you're wearing. Which
yeah,
for those of you that can't see it, it's a tiger stripe slaughter hoodie, and it's
spicy.
It's pretty fucking spicy.
It's like cayenne pepper on something you didn't ask for.
Greg from Breachpoint Productions in the chat. What's up, homie? He is, if anybody didn't know, they run Breachpoint Productions, which I don't know if they're still running games, but they were running games at the Mineral Wells abandoned VFA hospital, which is where we shot the Siege fan film that is in fucking sound production hell. But hopefully Corey can elaborate a little bit more on that in a bit.
When he gets speak of the devil, there's a boy.
Oh, is a boy wearing one of his new shirt designs?
That's a boy right there. That's
that
a
we were
whole ass
hawking and
boy.
hooking. What's up, Tulsa? It was good meeting you too, man. Yeah, I'm assuming you were the guy that I was shooting the shit with in the garage on day 2. It's a fun time all around.
You're a fun time all around.
You got your white girl wasted juice there?
Shut up. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. You fucking
shut up.
Shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth.
That's a nice thick burrito you got there.
Yeah, it's a healthy burrito. It's turkey taco meat.
Calls it. Ian says it's boomer juice.
Boomer juice. Hospital is shut down. Fucking fire marshal. Damn it. All right. Well, unfortunately, if you didn't play airsoft at that abandoned VA hospital, you can't anymore. At least for the time being.
Is that Mineral Wells?
You sad people. Yeah, Greg just said they shut it down due to the fire marshal.
Dang it. That place was amazing.
The place is fucking cool, man.
Brandon wants to know if there will be a hurricane hitting y'all's area.
It's trying to hit me. Oklahoma's too far north, but I think we're going to get some rain from it. Luckily, I'm in North Texas, so I'm not necessarily in the fucking eye of the storm or any of that bullshit, but I know like it's hitting Austin pretty hardcore, supposed to the rest of the week, and I may be going down there for work, so who knows? Maybe I'll get wet.
Boo.
I got some dust or something in my hair. Yeah, fucking goddamn. Looks like someone took a paintbrush to my hair these days. So Corey, we really haven't gotten into anything yet. We were just kind of shooting the shit with Punk about his stuff at the Oregon Airsoft arena.
This is, and it's good that we're not talking about just airsoft, but like I got to play golf for the first time in like 15 years. It was like they were doing something at Top Golf down in Hillsboro, Oregon, and I wasn't talking to any of the reps. I was just sitting at my table, and then I was like, fuck it, you know what, I'm just gonna grab one of these golf clubs, make an ass of myself. And turns out I'm not actually half bad, and I was quite surprised because all I do is talk shit about golf.
Did you feel your credit score rising when you took a swing?
I did. I have a pretty good credit score already, but my credit score, like I feel like I could close some business deals. I don't even do business deals, but I feel like I could close all of them.
You're a businessman. I felt like
a closer. Yeah,
I like it. No, it's always good to feel like a closer. There's no better feeling in the world.
I really hate myself for saying that, by the way. I might as well just start using money as an adjective.
There you go, man.
That's so money. So money. I close. If you're looking at me, I close. Make money.
That made my neck twinge.
Yeah, right. I fucking hate it.
Oh man! So you went out to Top Golf, and I haven't been to one in a while. It's just the driving range, right? Like it's all like arcadey kind of, and you hit the ball.
They have. I guess they have like little computer chips in the ball. I don't know, or if there's like sensors around the whole fucking place. I don't know how it works, but anyway, you fucking crank one, or you hook it, or you make a shits and you fucking hit the guy in the cart. You make the shits and you fucking hit the guy in the cart.
Having a really good time if you're doing that.
Yeah. You always got to aim for the guy on the cart,
and it fucking shows you on the screen. Workers. I was like, "This is crazy. This is wild."
Top Golf was a good time. I went there for my 36th birthday, 5th birthday.
God damn, you're old.
Yeah, they said they do have chips in the balls.
You know, going to we are. I think Corey and I are going to Copperhead or Conquest of Avalon 5, right?
Are we?
I know I'm going. Or have you decided on whether or not you want to go to that?
I haven't made up my mind yet.
If
It'll depend
down-
on timing. I might be in Boston, so I don't know.
What are you Boston? Who are you cheating on me in Boston with?
Dude,
What's in
Boston is
Boston?
amazing. If you've never been to Boston, you need to go.
It's been a long time. Yeah, I was like, but no, if you come down, even if we don't go to see you need to come down anyways. All y'all do. We need to go out on the boat before it gets cold. Do some fucking real douchebaggery. If you think you feel like a fucking piece of shit hitting golf balls, punk, I need to get you on a sailboat.
Can I hit golf balls off a sailboat?
Absolutely. It's really frowned upon, and I've done it before.
If you've
Okay.
got the money, you can do whatever you want.
Right.
All right.
So
Now,
my last golfing story is when we were like, I think I was like 17, 18. I don't golf. My buddy his parents had this like really nice lake house, and we're out there just hitting balls off the back lawn in like a driving thing. It's coming up on a hill, and the sailboat comes into view. And it's way the fuck out there. So like nobody's really worried about it. We're just like hitting, chipping. And I absolutely go fucking yard on a ball and hit someone on the boat. Like some fucking Caddyshack, like, oh, ran into the house like they're not gonna know where the fuck it came from. We were all just like hammered, drunk, drinking beer, fucking hollering and shit, hitting golf balls a second ago, and they were cheering us on. I just happened to fucking nail one of them. It was
hey, listen,
awful.
it's on them if they didn't dodge it. They said to if they saw it coming, it's on them.
that's what I thought. You know, if you're gonna be in the zone, you gotta, you know.
I mean, you haven't caught charges for it yet, so you should be fine.
See, it's been 10 years, almost 10 years, so you know.
Silver linings, also statute of limitations.
Exactly.
Wait, did you hit somebody or did you hit?
I hit somebody.
Yeah, there's no statute of limitations on person crimes.
Fuck you,
No?
Corey. Hey, eat your burrito. Shut the fuck up.
But what do I know?
Nothing, dude. Goddamn
Yeah.
detective. Let's see. Going to Broken Home. Yeah. Corey and me will be at Broken Home.
For sure. We've got a pretty cool crew rolling for Broken Home. So
Yeah, I may be completely fucking exhausted because I'm just going to drive straight through the night Friday night, I think. Unless I can get Friday off. It's going to be kind of a toss-up, but I have got a new... Speaking of the other half of Breachport Productions and owner of X Customs Zero, John Gugel, is making me a sniper rifle right now. Or he has made me a sniper rifle, and I'm picking it up from him this weekend. It is a VSR-10 TM platform with a creamed suppressor running a Wolverine Bolt HPA unit, running from a hose to a micro tank because he's convinced that consistency off the tank is much, much better than out of the CO2. So I'm going to trust his word on that because he's a fucking monster. So that gun ought to be terrifying. And I'm really excited to have it set up. I need to get a ghillie suit together or a hood together for that game. I may cop out and just buy one, but I would like to get it set
a
up
Kicking
if I can.
Mustang one?
No, actually, fuck no. And fuck that guy. What even are the Kicking Mustang suits? They're just like synthetic leaf suits, right? That he had OEM
Yeah.
through another company who actually makes products.
I think they're actually really good, but I don't know.
He's a twat. I don't want to give him any money.
I'm not patient enough or good enough at airsoft to be a sniper, so
I don't think anybody is. No one's good at that shit.
Hmm.
I don't care how many fucking headshot videos somebody puts out.
yeah,
No one's
you
good.
are when you edit it together.
That's why I built a sniper rifle that I don't have to snipe with.
Speaking
Just-
of
Just blast you in the fucking face with it.
speaking of not being good at airsoft, I got my fucking ass handed to me at Copperhead. 1 second.
That was a tease.
He's gonna go shake his baby.
No. That's not allowed.
Was that the dog or the baby?
So I got my booty hole kicked in, and Corey could attest this because he did too.
Yep.
At least day one of Copperhead for us was rough, man. It was not the normal experience.
Yeah. From what I understand and from what everybody has said is that the game was really, really, really good. I think some of us were in a bad headspace when we got there, and it kind of tanked the game for us.
So, I said this to you, like, it's really easy because initially I was like, oh, this game's fucking terrible and it's all AMS's fault. And then, like, I talked to Russo and I kind of chilled out for a bit. And I was like, if it's one of those things where Russo's like, if you're running into assholes all day, maybe you're the problem. Yeah, I thought about it. And I was like, God damn it, I was the problem today. Fuck. Like the game by all accounts was phenomenal. I just did not, it was way too close to coming off of COVID. I felt like asshole.
Cole slept the whole time.
I felt terrible. It sucked. And then the crew that we were running with, we weren't coordinated enough. We weren't set up. Corey left all of his fucking uniforms in the dryer. None of us had we had comms and we were really doing well to coordinate the comms in the beginning of day one. And then it just kind of fell apart. Part of that being that Corey, unfortunately, we weren't very aware of the technical rules, and that's because we're big pieces of shit and didn't really get in depth into them before bringing a technical out to the game. But you can't just exit the technical and leave it. So Corey was stuck trying to shuttle back and forth.
I sorry, this is super loud. I was aware of it. I knew I couldn't leave it, but I didn't realize that I wasn't going to be able to find anybody else but my team to ride in it. So I'd go back to the fob and there's 20 dudes sitting around. I'm like, hey, who wants to come ride in my really cool vehicle and not have to walk all the way across the field? And they're like, no, man, we're waiting for somebody. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then you come back and it's the same 5 dudes sitting there. And
who is this? Who is this one guy? This is my one big complaint about the game is who is this one guy that everyone is waiting on? Is this like the one thief in the Marine Corps that stole everybody's shit and everyone's just trying to get their stuff back? Like, who the fuck is this one dude that the entirety of the UFS fucking team is waiting on to get back?
Let's just blame Miguel. Let's just say it was Miguel.
It's fucking. It's
definitely Miguel.
Fuck Miguel.
Fuck you, Miguel.
Piece of shit.
Yeah.
I wasn't even there.
Yeah,
but seriously, it's like I said, day one, because I actually had a really good time day 2. It's because Corey wasn't there,
mostly.
But no, I had a really.
I was there physically, mentally checked out.
Yeah, totally just hosed. But like I said, it's very, very easy to have a bad time at an event and blame it on the event host, and that's not what happened here. And I want to be because we've been very strongly opinionated about that in the past. That you need to talk to game control, you need to talk to an admin. And I went and Russo's an admin, went and found an admin. I fielded my complaints. He very calmly was like, well, actually, this, and this. And I was like, oh, it's literally just me. I just was being a grumpy little shithead because I didn't feel good and I wasn't having a good time at the event because I didn't take it upon myself to be better coordinated, better equipped. This is also one of the only AMS games I've been to where I was not actively part of the command structure. Like I wasn't a platoon leader or a squad leader, and I'm never doing that again. I'm always going to be part of the command structure. Like I'm already hitting them up about Broken Home. Because it's so much more fun when you're actually like in tune with the game and what's going on. Like it's really easy to be like, oh, I didn't get tasked or I didn't know what was going on when you weren't dialed into the command structure at all, which happened to us. And I think that heavily negatively affected the experience, at least for me.
Yeah. I just had a lot going on my end. I had high expectations going into that weekend, and it all just kind of fell apart. Like I go, and we've talked about it before. You go for the hanging out sessions after the game. The game is always fun, but afterwards, everybody hangs out, everybody has a good time, and it seemed like everybody was in a bad mood or had other things happening that just kind of took them all the way out of it. So there was really no hanging out. Cole's passed out because he's sick. Somebody else, I mean, it's just nobody was there, honestly. Everybody kind of checked out early every night. And it was just after the game was kind of boring. And it was frustrating because, like I said, I go there to see people and I really didn't see anybody that I normally would see. They were there. I just never came across them.
It was weird. Like everybody, it wasn't like the
vibe was
times
the vibe was weird.
Was a block party. This time it's like everybody kind of stuck to their houses. Everybody kind of stuck to their groups.
Mm-hmm.
I know, like obviously, Travis Haley was there with his whole crew. By all accounts, they were extremely beneficial to the game. Everyone enjoyed having them there. They seemed to be having a good time. they did. So they had some big get together Saturday night with a bunch of like the more famous people, I guess. in
Yeah, it was
Airsoft.
Lucas versus Haley. Essentially, it was like Team Lucas
They did
versus
this
Team
like
Haley,
night game, and
and it
by all
went until like
accounts,
midnight.
yeah, by all accounts, Lucas and his team were beneficial to being there for the gameplay. Like everyone really was excited to see them. I guess, I don't know. We never ran into them. We never saw them. I saw Jet and Alphonse in their little scooters for like the first half of day one, which was hysterical.
Yeah,
We ran with them for a little bit. Super gracious guys. But yeah, I mean, it's just for me, like people like that coming out to the game really don't have a whole lot of impact on it. Like I don't want to like try to go fuck them up, and I don't want to like I don't want to like run with them either. Like I'm neither like I don't want to hold their pocket, and I don't want to go bang heads against them. Like they just really don't have any effect to me. So like the idea that like Lucas and his guys were on the other team really never crossed my mind, and I never saw them.
yeah.
But the people who did run into them and the people that I was around, and from all the stuff that I saw on the social media, it seems like it was a really positive experience for everyone that came around them, and like they had a really good time and really enjoyed it, which is good for the sport at the end of the day, or good for the hobby rather. I still feel weird calling it a sport, but
Yeah. Dude, was
Let
it
it
just
be
me,
for
or
sure.
was there more frags at this game than I've ever seen before in my life?
fuck, taggins have gotten so popular, dude.
Yeah.
So specifically, like I think most of my kills were EG67s. I was throwing them shits everywhere, like because there were so many times where there was so much rainfall in the Southwest this year that Copperhead was really green and really like grown in. There were a lot of bushes and shit, and it's hard to shoot through that stuff. That, and some people don't want to call it. So I ended up like I'd shoot. Somebody would duck down, and I don't know what it was, man. I was just dialed in. I'd lob them, and they'd land right on top of people every single time. But I saw more tag in Reaper rounds than I've ever seen in an event. I mean, I was hearing funk, funk, funk just all day. It was crazy.
Yeah,
Guys were spending
a
like
lot of pyro.
guys must have been spending like $500-$600 on pyro. It was nuts. Absolutely nuts.
That's the place to use it, though. I mean, I think that is AMS's biggest event going forward. I think it's kind of been turning that way for a while, away from what Broken Home used to be. That's kind of Copperhead now. Copperhead is the one that
Yeah.
everybody thinks about and looks forward to.
It's because it's more centralized. Like it's not just like I feel like more people.
I highly recommend that everyone
Yes,
goes.
it's
to
equally
Copperhead once.
inconvenient for everybody to get out there.
Yeah.
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 I recommend that everybody go to Copperhead once. Me personally, I've been 4 times now. I don't really need to go again. Just that was something that Corey and I kind of figured out. Like, it's just really not worth the trip anymore because we got to take like 2 days off of work, and we got to like load up, and we got to do all this other shit. And Corey just leaves in the middle of the podcast.
Bye, Corey.
Anyways.
Bye, Pop Pop. I miss you.
Sup, you piece
Hey,
of shit.
Pop Pop.
Dude, it got all weird. Like I was hearing everything you were saying, but 5 seconds late.
Weird. Anyways, but yeah,
I
I
was
mean,
in
it's
the
one of those things
future.
where at least for me, like I don't know if I'm going to go next year. I probably won't. It's a lot,
Yeah.
different stage of my life now as far as like going to events. Like I'm going to be stuck kind of sticking a little more local.
Go ahead and do it. Say, use your kid as an excuse, you piece of crap.
Like, I'm sorry, softball, man. How many times have you had something going on? Like, oh, I got a softball tournament.
I only blame softball 6 nights a week.
There you go. Raising goddamn champions.
Dude, I try not to, but my genes. I mean, what are you gonna do?
Chance of you coming out to Guardian Center in December. Is the Guardian Center in December? Is that the Milsom West game, or is that AMS doing Guardian Center in December? Because I thought the only AMS thing, or no, they did swap it because is that why?
Well, Reindeer Games is November, right?
November now. Yeah, it's the same weekend as Conquest of Avalon, which I've made my decision on that. Unfortunately, I like both of those events, but I have committed to one. The Milsom West. Fuck, we got to go to a Milsom West at some point.
Yeah, from what I understand, you can't. To answer Ian's questions, I don't think you can leave the technical because somebody has to be there to call it dead if it gets hit.
Yeah,
that's always been my understanding. So,
I mean, realistically, we could have flown the flag up and just like said it was dead when we stopped it, but
Milsom West. I'm trying to see what my schedule looks like to maybe make the one in California. We'll see.
When is the California one?
I want to say it's mid-October.
Oh, there's no way I can make that one.
Not to interfere with our other October activities.
Yeah, fuck, dude, we have so much shit going on.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, I mean, any final thoughts on Copperhead? Because I kind of want to transition.
Move on to something else.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, it's like I
I'm-
just, you know,
Yeah, I'm not down on it forever. I just there. I'll throw it out there. I was a jerk to some people because I thought they were being jerks to me, and these are friends. And I called them and I talked to them after the fact and found out that it wasn't them being the jerks. It was just me. And so that was kind of part of the reason for my bad weekend. So I'll definitely be going back to Copperhead again. It's always a good event. This year was just a bust for me for reasons outside of the game. So it's all fixed now. It's all good. So we'll be good to go next time.
Something tells me you're gonna twist my arm into that.
Dude.
Greg says Breachpoint may have a new AO in the near future. Yeah, please keep us posted. Let us know. We'd love to have you back on to talk about it.
They do great games.
They really do. It's they always find like really cool places. There's a bunch of like hidden away places here in Texas to go to. Ian says it's October 22nd to the 24th.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the one in California, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm trying my best to make it out to that one.
I will say the most fun I had at Copperhead, incidentally, had nothing to do with the game. We all got together and went and did like a group workout. You, me, Mendoza, Jenny, and did Miguel go in there? No, Miguel.
He did. He came in late once. Did you say Russo?
Yeah, Rousseau. And then Hancock like walked in for like 5 seconds, was like, fuck that, and walked right back out.
Dude, I'll say this. Trying to keep up with Mendoza in the gym is actually it's the same as trying to keep up with Mendoza at anything. That dude never stops.
Yeah, he's a beast.
He's ridiculous. But people like that are good to have around when you're working out, man, because they will definitely push you to do things more. They'll push you further than you normally would if you were working out by yourself.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. It's like we all got together, and I guess some idiot decided it would be fun to do shoulders like Friday before we were running around with shit on our shoulders all weekend.
Was that who? Me?
I think that was me.
Dude, shoulders is the best workout.
That's what I'm doing today. Like as soon as we get done with this, I'm about to fucking walk 5 feet to my right and
yeah.
But speaking of, I think it's beneficial to talk about fitness when it comes to airsoft. I think it's just in life in general. I think that's kind of the next segue topic that I want to get into because we've talked about it a lot. We've kind of hinted that we may want to try to do some kind of content involving it. I kind of like the idea, and I had this in my head earlier of doing like a community or like our community, like the ASA community, of doing like a workout deal, like do like a month stretch of people like posting up what they're doing, tagging something, tagging us. Or like we set a plan together. You guys try to keep up with us, maybe. That way everything's kind of uniform. But I don't know if anyone's interested in that. It was just kind of an idea I was tossing around.
Yeah. I mean, I know like I get made fun of. I post my videos. There's nothing special about anything that I do. I'm not a power lifter. I'm not a bodybuilder. I'm just trying to stay in shape and fight off old age. But I like posting up my stuff. It keeps me accountable and it allows me to go back and look at where I was, where I'm going. And I don't know. It's a form of accountability for me. If I don't do it for a really long time, I know I'm not working out. People start asking about it. I've also had some people that are really nice that have reached out and say, hey man, I'm doing what you're doing. And it's cool. It keeps me going. So dopamine's a real thing. Compliments always help.
No, absolutely. I mean, I definitely, because I've been streaming my workouts on Twitch. And that's 100% more comes to do with like trying to keep me accountable more than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he mute himself?
Me?
I did. It's also nice to be able to see my phone.
That was the best point you ever made, and nobody will ever know.
I know, right? I don't make good points.
And I'm not gonna repeat myself.
And I'll never say it again.
No.
Girl. But no, it's cool being able to see my form, like keep myself accountable as well as like occasionally if you want to see me almost kill myself, fucking watch my chest days because I almost always fucking get stuck and I have to do the little shimmy of shame out from underneath the safety bar. I'm big on go till failure. That's kind of my thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a good thing you're working out by yourself.
Mm-hmm. I use the cheater bars. I learned my lesson the first time.
Okay.
I
I don't like to work out by myself. I'd always rather work out with a partner or a group.
Sucks so bad. I hate it. And that's why, again, this is this idea of like doing a ASA community like kind of fitness month or some dumb shit. Like anybody who like has questions, like I've got some basic advice I can give out. Corey's got some basic advice he can give out. None of us are like trainers, we're not certified in anything, but if it helps you get to where you want to be, fucking dope. But the biggest thing again is just like it was so much fun working out with a group. And I hadn't done that in so long and forgotten how much I enjoy it. And you get like really into it. Like I found myself like anytime Mendoza was doing something and I thought he was struggling, I like wanted to go and just fucking yank it just right in front of him. Like that was really fun. Like I like that.
Don't take that out of context.
Take that all the way out of context.
Just yank it right in front of him.
Fucking
Oh, watch it. Watch me do it.
But no, I mean that was a thing. It's that cool like that like friendly rivalry stuff, like that motivation you get from like wanting to fucking make fun of your buddies.
Yeah, no, for sure. And just pushing each other and having a spotter.
Yeah, having a spotter.
It's kind of a big deal.
What's that like?
What, having friends? Let me
Yeah,
tell you.
yeah.
I have one. He's my neighbor.
Tell me more, Papa. Yeah.
No, honestly, that was the highlight for me too. Like I said, it was a weird weekend for me, but the things I enjoyed the most were the workouts. Those were fun and difficult. Like I said, between you and Mendoza, I'm struggling to keep up, especially post COVID. Man, it just kicked my butt.
Dude, it's rough. I'm powering through it, but it's really beating the shit out of me, man. But yeah, so what we'll do is I'll kind of take this on myself. I'll start posting up on the Facebook and on the Instagram about like workouts of the day or some shit. We'll like put it up in a story, Corey, because we've all got access to the Instagram, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we'll all contribute like our workout for the day. And we'll just see how that goes. If it kicks on, cool. If not, I can fucking make fun of Corey more. I don't know.
It needs to be like a reward system.
Something to that effect, right?
Like maybe Cole gives you $100 if you complete every workout that he does for a month.
Oh, actually, you know what?
I'm just
I tell you what, I've got a couple guns I don't need.
You know what? Hold on a second. Like, okay, you guys are talking about accountability. I need to be accountable. So I'm going to take that challenge.
Nice. Let's do it.
Like I'm telling you right now, I will take that challenge.
Now, this being said, you do not have to do. Let's set some ground rules here. This is fun. You don't have to do the same weight I'm doing. Obviously, you just have to do the same rep range, and you have to like annotate your weight. So if you notice, like on my stories when I throw stuff up, I bought a dry erase board for my gym room here, which you guys can't see it, but and I put it on the wall every time, and I take a picture of it every single time of what I did after the workout's done. And I'll start putting those on the ASAP story. And then you guys can, just go along with the workout. Be honest. Do what you're supposed to do. And anybody other than Punk, if you can prove and tag your story or do like a compilation at the end of the month. Let's do this for October, like end of October. You do that for the month, and I have a G&G ARP9 that I don't need, and I'll send out to somebody. I may throw in some other goodies in that fucking bag as well, but
also send me out a QRF mod too.
It's
please and thank you. Please and thank you.
You never need
I'll throw
QRF.
I'll throw in a shirt.
There we go. Can it be one of those fucking dope ass cost shirts? Because I really like that fucking shirt.
Dude, these shirts. I'm not gonna lie. I don't normally brag on myself, but when I do, just kidding.
All the time.
These shirts are probably some of my favorite that I've done for them. It was the first time they kind of turned me loose to let me do what I want, and I've finally gotten to a point where I design in a way that it can apply to shirts fairly easily. So I'm going to start kind of running with that and doing a lot more graphic tees with original artwork.
I like it.
Yeah, because I think they did pretty well. I saw a lot of people wearing the UFS ones. I saw a lot of people wearing the cost ones. So, and the sugar skull shirts did really well. Probably better than any shirt we've ever sold.
The sugar skulls are, except for maybe the naughty shirt. But
hey, Let's Get Naughty did well, and then the original Pew Pew shirt, where it was a rifle made out of lots of little pew pews. So,
but now those,
yeah,
those sugar scrolls.
Every other design I've ever done sucks. And they're terrible. People,
Well,
nobody
speaking of
likes them.
designs, you guys are kind of collabing on something right now, right? Have we talked about that a whole lot? I know you guys kind of like hinted at it.
No, I think we tossed that in there once, and we really haven't done anything else with it. But
Okay.
no, Punk and I are definitely gonna collab on something.
Yeah, it's like if it's not now, it's inevitable as to when. It's not if, it's when. It's just like sometimes it's cool to throw out ideas and see if they stick, like if they have any momentum or not. And if they don't, then you know, like at some point one's just gonna click and you're like, fuck, that's the one. Glad we waited. So
Well, I think 100% that is kind of how Siege happened. To be perfectly honest, is there was a lot of like it started rolling. It started rolling a little more, and then oh fuck, which I guess it's still what core is it still stuck in sound design hell?
From what I understand, yes, that's kind of where it's at. It's waiting on sound and one VFX shot, and for the last month, it's been waiting on sound and one VFX shot. We have set a tentative date to be done.
Oh,
and it's not too too far away. But I'm not going to make promises. I don't want to. I don't want to APL it and just lie.
good analogy. Great analogy.
And just lie. They're a verb now. They're a verb for not telling the truth. So I'm not
for being dirty fucking liars.
I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
For all the people that donated, like you're gonna get taken care of. All the awards are gonna go out. We just have to wait for the movie to finish, and then we'll get all that taken care of.
Is it gonna be on YouTube before we do the premiere? I guess that's a dumb question, but
it depends on when people can make the premiere.
Okay.
Premieres, like for me, it was super special getting to go to a premiere for the one for Overlord because we did it before, so you got to see it before, and you knew like, okay, cool. I think this will do well on YouTube, and it did. Of course, we hit 10 million views. I think did we hit 10 million before the last podcast or after?
Before, and then we had Stephen Hancock was with us, the director of.
Yes, he wrote out there with us. Cool dude. Yeah, it's it's kind of unreal to see yourself on a big screen for the first time. So I'd rather you see it there than on YouTube first with everybody else. So I want to give people that opportunity, but if it doesn't work out like that, I mean, it is what it is. We can always get together and party and watch it on a big screen at a different time.
Well, I'm also hearing that Ten of Swords is cranking right along, and there should be a teaser ready soon.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, not
excited for
that film, not VFX heavy. Our film very VFX heavy. So
Dude, it looks so good though too. That's the worst part. Is like it's just I think so where are the screenings going to be? Have you decided? I know
so
Mineral
if we
Wells.
do, we have an idea of doing 3. One in Kansas City because we had a lot of Kansas City crew. One in Oklahoma because we had Oklahoma guys and my people here, and then one in Mineral Wells, which would allow all the Texas people to come and attend there. Because that, again, we've said it a million times on here, but that town hosted us like crazy. So I would like to do 3. If it doesn't happen, then it'll probably just be Kansas City, just because that location that they have is pretty freaking cool. And
More centralized.
Like, yeah, and it's more centralized. And like I said, the majority of the crew was Kansas City. So that's the primary. So if we do 1, I don't know if we'll be selling extra tickets. But if we do, I mean, it'd be kind of cool to go ahead and fill it out. So, but yeah, we're hoping to have a trailer out soon. We're hoping to have it all the way done soon, but it is very stuck in sound. Not that there's issues with it. It's just getting it done. People have had COVID. Wayne is a popular dude. That guy he's out in the middle of the desert doing work right now. So
yeah, tell that motherfucker to chill because I want to see him again.
You got to hustle, man. You got to hustle. So dude works like crazy, and our sound guy does do work with him and does work on the side. So when everybody's doing it for free 95 and it's a passion project, it gets done when it gets done, and money and family comes first. So I'm not mad. It is what it is. I know it sucks.
That's not that actually may be a good topic to touch on with the free 95 thing, because there's a lot of this in Airsoft where you'll collaborate or you'll do a project or just outside in life in general where like you're working with somebody and you guys all agree to do something, but there's a very different mentality between people who like see that as they still owe to give it their best, and there's people who see that as, oh well, I can half-ass this, it's just my buddy. And I've been seeing that more and more with like us doing the movie stuff and us
Yeah.
branching out and doing other things. And it's always been very prevalent in the hobby. And me personally, like I've got a very strict mentality where if I show up and I'm committing to something and I told you I was going to be there, whether I'm there and not getting paid or not, I want to commit the very best that I possibly can to that, like I'm getting paid, like it's still work.
Yeah.
And then, but I am seeing a lot more of the opposite of that, unfortunately.
Well, here's the way I look at it, man. I don't start a drawing planning to do a terrible job on it. Even if I'm not getting paid, if it's a commission, I work just as hard as if it's a piece that I'm doing for myself. Same with any type of art. If you're acting and you're doing it for free, you should do just as good as if you were making $1 million, because it's art. It represents you. It represents your work ethic. It's your portfolio. And when you work for free, people see it, and that's how you get the paying jobs. Normally, most things when it comes to art start out as free and then move on to paying. That's just the way it is. And film is actually probably the worst, as far as you got to do a lot of free stuff to get to the paying stuff, and you have to be good. And some people don't understand it. They don't understand the long hours. Working for free does suck, especially when your time is valuable. But if it's something you're passionate about and you want to do it, then you got to suck it up and do it.
Well, and on the flip side of that, if you're asking for help for your friends, you owe it to them to fucking be there and do what you're supposed to do, especially if they show up. This is in the same wheelhouse, but I'll have people like me, like I won't call them friends, I'll call them acquaintances. They'll hit me up and be like, "Hey, I'm selling my house. I really need to get this the roof approved, so the buyer will pick it up for me." I'm like, "All right, cool. Yeah, I'll go out there, take care of everything, get them all set up." And they're like, well, actually, they're either not going to do it, or they want to hold off on it, or they're going to go with somebody else." That is the most aggravating, unprofessional shit. And I need to stress this enough to people who, if you're working in a professional headspace, your friends really aren't your friends at that point. Like, they are business associates, or like there's a transaction going on, because you're fucking with my money at that point.
Yeah.
And you see that a lot where like people will hire, they'll be like, "Hey man, can you just give me the homie hookup? Can you design this for me?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, I got you." And they either don't do it, or it's like months down the line before they get it out to you. Or you pay them and it's the same kind of thing. I don't know. It's just something I'm seeing more and more of it, and it's getting more and more aggravating. And maybe it's just because I'm getting older, but it always seems like it's the younger cats that are just doing this douchebaggery.
Well, yeah. Entitlement is definitely an issue, I feel like, with the younger crowd. I don't know. Is that a boomer thing to say?
Yes.
Is that a boomer thing to say? I don't know. I have kids hit me up all the time that follow Operator Drewski, and they see my tag on his banner, and they're say, "Hey man, I love your work. Could you do this, or this?" And I say, "Yeah, cool. What's the idea?" And they're like, "All right, it's 19 operators, each one wearing a different kit, and 50 helicopters." I'm like, "Okay, cool. That'll be $9,000. Oh, it's not free?" Dude, I get that all the time. "Oh, it's not free?" Like, they think just because you're drawing and you can do, like, I have a process now where I can work fairly quickly. I would say your average piece takes 5 to 10 hours, which is quick for art. It is. And but that time is valuable. And I put a price to it. And that's what I tell people. I say, well, I know how long it takes me to draw a soldier. I know how long it takes me to draw a car. I know how long it takes me to draw this, and this. And I just guesstimate. And normally, I say $150, $250, and they're out. They're like, "Oh, I didn't know I had to pay. I'm only 15. Okay, well, you're 15 and stupid. So like, get out of my DMs. You're not gonna get anything."
We've talked about this a lot. Like, if your friends are doing something and they're trying to create something, or they're producing a product, or they're trying to do their fucking jobs, support them, and actually support them like you're a customer, not like they're your buddy, if that makes any sense. Like, we've had when we've been doing the show, there's plenty of people, like friends of ours, who have would more than likely wanted to come on, or I've had people ask me to come on. I've had random fucking kids just come into my DMs and be like, "Hey, can I get on the ASA?" And I'm like, "No, you have nothing to offer. I'm sorry." Like, it's not being mean. It's just like, what the fuck are we going to talk about if you get on here? Just having the wherewithal to like know when not to insert yourself into things is also huge.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think I've had the spiel on here before where when you spend your time honing a skill, it has monetary value. Everybody's time has value. And if you're really good at something, then your time has a lot of value. So when people come to you trying to take up your time, charge them for it.
Are we still sponsored? I don't think we ever were really sponsored.
Yeah, I don't know where we. I
Like,
mean, here's the thing: we have connections. We have a lot of really good connections, in one way or the other. Either it's because Cole's out there playing at local fields all the time, he's talking to people, or they've done business with me for T-shirts, or Punk's done art with them, or collabs. We know everybody, and we take care of them. They take care of us. As far as like an official sponsorship, like nobody's putting money in our pocket.
Yeah,
if that's what you're asking.
But yeah, to put it bluntly, like we probably worded our sponsor thip stuff poorly in the beginning. None of those are sponsorships. KWA, Overwatch Tactics, Enola Gay. None of those are sponsorships. Those are all relationships. They are products that, for the most part, by and large, we believe in, and that we are willing to talk about and promote. EG specifically is one that they would be the one that if anybody was like a sponsor, it would be those dudes, because they give us so much fucking pyro when we see them at events.
Yeah, they hook it up.
The ASAP 15 still going strong on their website. Get you 15% off anything. Go fucking buy shit from them.
Inside the US.
Inside the US. But as far as like OWT goes, like, I mean, we go to the events that they host for free. No, so like Conquest of Avalon, I'll be there, but I'm usually like submitting something, like I'm there doing something or helping, or we set up a booth, or we're contributing in some way. It's much less like them just giving us free shit. KWA, we like their products, but they really haven't given us anything that we didn't earn or didn't work for. So yeah, it's much less a sponsorship and much more a business relationship or a trade off of like us talking about them versus them supplying us with anything.
Yeah.
Like I said, we like the companies, so we hawk them. And there's plenty of companies that, we hawk that don't necessarily have anything to do with us. Like, I know everybody's got real fucking big man boners for Spirit Systems, but I will and always have thought that Pharaoh Concepts made superior products. I just picked up their Bison belt recently, and so far, I'm super fucking happy with it. So I'm going to deck this thing out as part of my like legit battle belt setup. Probably do that tonight, but I may do a little ditty on that at some point. But I really fucking like this thing a lot.
Yep. Did we sorry, I came in a few minutes late. Did we say anything about the people that came up to us at Copperhead at all? Just to take it back to Copperhead for a second. So surprisingly, quite a few people came up and said, "Hey, we were listening to you guys on the way up there." And
Really?
I said, "Yeah, it's a great way to pass the time," which is the nicest way of saying you guys are the best way to waste time. You're a big waste of our time. And we appreciate that, because that is our goal. Like, you guys that are here right now, you're absolutely wasting your time.
Yeah.
And we appreciate that.
And you're wasting ours.
Yes.
And it's a mutual relationship.
I mean,
so thanks.
We let you into our house, but we want you out of our house. Out. Now. No,
you're not welcome.
It's cool to hear. I mean, one random guy came and found us. I mean, the first night we got there, we didn't even unpack. We just let the trailer down, and I slept in the truck, and you guys slept in the garage of the trailer. And
we had taken like a picture of the setup, and somebody rolled up.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome, though.
No. Inept. Snoopy. Fuck you.
No, but it was cool. I mean, it's always nice to know that there are people listening and watching the show. So it was good to meet you guys out there. And anytime you see us, absolutely come up to us and say hi and tell us how much we suck. We like hearing it.
Yeah.
Watch up and be like, I hate your shitty show. And I'll be like, oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
It's going to bring a tear to my eye and a pucker to my butthole. It'll be fantastic.
Also, and for future road trips and car trips that you guys might be on while you're listening to this, make sure you guys pull over every now and again and stretch, maybe get some water, take a bathroom break, give the driver a handy.
It's a roadie.
Yeah.
It's a
it's called a roadie. Yeah, give him a roadie. it's the least you can do.
Least you can do.
Anyway, enjoy whatever game you're going to, cocksuckers.
Yeah, when are we gonna God Punk? When are we gonna see you again?
I hope soon, because
I say that like we've ever traveled up to the Pacific Northwest to fucking hang out with you.
Yeah, we're gonna plan a trip
Oh
this
my
summer
God.
after I get vaccinated.
Yeah, we gotta go up and see you next. I don't know if there's anything
Listen,
going on up that way.
there's never anything going on up here. It's just really fucking pretty.
Yeah. Well, we'll bring cameras. We'll take our pants off, and we'll take some real pretty pictures.
Ah, it's gonna be the best.
We did that once actually. Punk
Did we?
Yeah, yeah.
the Copperhead 2.5. Well, we
Oh,
all
yeah, you
dropped
did.
our pants and shuffled into a group.
It
hug.
was you,
big weirdo.
Jay, Robo, and myself.
It was beautiful. It's a
Yeah,
magnificent thing.
it's weird how I have these random encounters with like popular airsofters' genitalia.
Yeah, who the fuck knew that 4 years later this would be going on? What the fuck?
But
yeah, so I guess closing notes, unless you guys have got anything.
yeah, any Q&A before we go.
Ooh, we should do that. We'll try to. Corey, if you want to work with me on trying to figure out the best way to push out this workout thing.
Do the workouts. I think the best way to do it would be to get on Instagram, post it up in your stories like I do, and tag ASAP.
So,
And then that way you can pull it over.
I'll do that, and I will also throw it up on the ASAP page because, for the love of fuck, we really slack on our Instagram. It's terrible. It's awful.
Oh
It's
no,
disgusting.
we're not good at anything.
No, we're really not. And the fact that you guys still listen to us over the multitude of other airsoft podcasts really says a lot.
I don't think it's over.
you. It says a lot about
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah.
You need a hobby on Monday nights.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, Ian. We are absolutely, or I, at least speaking for myself, and absolutely down to do another charity live stream in October. That was super fucking fun. I had a great time with that.
I actually won something that I never claimed.
What did you win?
I think it was a brain exploder mount.
I won the Milson West ticket that I haven't used.
Yeah.
So I need to use that shit.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're
I think
appreciate it.
I think I get a random message from them like once every 3 or 4 months, like, "Hey man, you still have this prize."
They sent me a T-shirt and it's like Mario Brothers, but it's like House Gamers or some shit. I don't. It's a cool T-shirt. I like it.
It's awesome.
I was like, oh, random T-shirt. That's fucking neat.
Yeah, that was good. I think I was in uniform when we did that. I was working the Bricktown shift. I was sitting underneath a bridge, not working.
But
it was a good time.
Ian, at least speaking for ASA as a whole, we're always down to hang out with the Gun Gamers crew, be it online or in person. You guys are phenomenal.
Do it. I'm in.
Oh yeah, we're horrible about giveaways. We don't plan to make good on anything that we've said we would do.
Hey, I don't think we've done a giveaway. I don't think we've done a giveaway.
Yeah, I think we did giveaways when we first started a little bit more.
We were trying to like.
We had shit to give away that we were like trying to make merch.
Yeah, it was when we were more ambitious and younger in our podcasting years.
We've settled into the realm of realism.
Yeah.
I've got a big fuck off bag of stickers, of ASAP stickers.
What we need to do with those stickers is start giving them out when people come up and say, "Hey, you guys make that awful podcast at events." Like, oh, cool, man.
It's
we
the
have a
old
sticker.
Podcast, it's ASAP, not ASA. So it's like, here's what we used to be. You fucking piece of shit. Get out of here. Boo.
Yeah, go away. Throw it at them and run.
But we do need to design some new shit at some point. And by we, I mean you guys who are artistically inclined need to design something. And let me slap it on my forehead.
I'll tell you what I'm not going to design is a car. Turns out cars don't trend well on Instagram.
That's a cool looking car though.
Dude, it's an amazing picture, if I do say so myself. And you guys suck for not liking it.
We did. What are you talking about?
Man, I went from like 500 and something to 30.
I liked it.
So I'm going to go run myself a cold shower and grab a chocolate bar and check it in the corner for a bit.
You absolute butt munch. I didn't like it. I'm sorry.
I think I have the worst friends, man. I almost feel like I got like a shadow ban or something. Like, I don't know what happened.
It's fucking cool though. I mean, is that an Aston Martin? Is that the idea?
Yeah, it's an old Vantage that is drawn for like a kid's dad's birthday.
See, like how I'm the only person that knew that was a fucking Aston.
Yeah,
Beautiful
because it
fucking
looks like an
cars.
Aston Martin. I don't know. It kind of looks like, I think all cars like in the 70s look exactly the same.
I will
Yeah.
say one of the, if you guys haven't seen this yet, it's a really, really great drawing. It's a really great illustration. However, this thing is drifting like a motherfucker. Ain't nobody in behind the wheel.
So I'm not good at backgrounds or scenes.
No, but it just, I just noticed it. I was like looking, I was like, who the fuck's driving that car?
You know what's funny is I didn't even think about it and I drew it and now you've ruined it. Now I got to go back and start over.
Take it down, you piece of shit.
You know what's funny is
That's a James Bond car.
I know I was thinking about like what music to put to it, and I was going to do the Knight Rider theme, but then I decided, what if I ever draw like an old Trans Am? I'm not gonna do that. And then my wife was like, "What's Knight Rider?"
Oh no.
She's buried in the backyard now. No, dude. So we watched the old intro into Knight Rider, and you could tell she was just like, "Man, this is the dumbest thing."
Nope.
It's so awesome, dude. A car that talks. What else could you want?
Bro.
Like mine talks, but only to tell me to turn around because I missed my turn.
Speaking of cool shit, that is so. Did you guys catch the PlayStation panel recently?
No.
Okay, well, fuck my nuts. I'm gonna have to buy both new systems now because PlayStation announced that because like Xbox got all these exclusives because they have Bethesda and id Software, right? So they got like Fallout, the new Elder Scrolls game, Doom, like all these fucking games are gonna be Xbox exclusives. Sony's response was fuck you, we're gonna make new games. So Insomniac, it teased Spider-Man 2, which looks incredible. It's a co-op with Peter Parker and Miles Morales, and then there's also an option to play as Venom that looks fucking dope.
I have no, okay, I'll take
And
that out.
Insomniac also teased that they're making a fucking Wolverine game.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah.
Everyone asked for Daredevil, and no one is mad that they got Wolverine because it looks fucking cool.
Wouldn't Daredevil just be like a black screen if it was a first-person shooter?
Yes.
Well, anyways, the Wolverine game looks dope though. They just showed like a quick teaser of it. No, these are exclusives. The Insomniac games are PlayStation exclusives, Laverne. They're not going to be on PC. I think the only one that is going to be on PC, there was another one, and then they teased the new God of War Ragnarok, which looks fucking tasty.
Amazing. Yeah.
I'm really, really fucking excited about that. Everyone's mad that Thor's fat, but Thor to me looks like a big giant powerlifter who drinks ass fuck tons of beer, which sounds about within the.
I mean, if you saw him in Endgame, I mean, it checks out.
Well, I mean, like everybody thinks that Vikings were these giant dudes with six packs. Like, no, they were like big burly fucks who probably had like 80 extra pounds of water weight in beer on them at all times. Like, I would hazard to guess that they were not cut, that they were not shredded, that they were just like gargantuan fucks that look like that Thor dude from Game of Thrones, that look like the Mountain, like just big fucking guys.
Yeah,
all that power is in the gut, baby.
Also on the theme of video games, did you see? I guess your remake of Dead Space tanked, and it killed the possible sequel.
What?
Yeah.
How? It looks incredible. How did it tank? What do you mean it tanked? Like people?
I guess it didn't. I guess the sales weren't good enough to want them to continue on with doing a sequel.
It hadn't even come out yet. It's
the
like
remake.
Like
the remake.
Yeah, it's like in pre-production.
I don't know. They said I was reading about it.
Bullshit. They just teased like alpha footage. Like it's not even close to being done.
I don't know. They're saying it's done.
Who the
damn?
It looks so fucking good.
Who hates that?
I could be wrong.
That franchise so much that they're gonna be like, no.
I felt like the franchise got weaker with every episode, but
yeah,
like the first one was it. Dude, I couldn't play it with the lights off, and I was a grown man.
It goes dark until next year. They're not done with it.
Are they postponing it?
Yeah, they don't. It says don't expect to see any more of the Dead Space remake until next year. It's developer said. They're not. They're like they've teased what they have done so far, and they're not showing anything until it's finished now. Don't fucking scare me like that, you piece of shit. What is wrong with you?
No,
listen, I'm just here to give half truths.
Hey, can we also talk about another thing that was teased and looks beautiful? Fucking The Matrix 4.
Oh, all right, we're gonna get into this.
Boo! It's
all right, fine.
Punk
you know
versus
what?
The world.
Good. I've been looking for a reason.
We're coming for you, motherfucker.
No, it looks like all right. So here's what I want to know. I get it. Like they teased it. but like, and they don't want to give a bunch of context to the game or not the game to the movie, but like, why? Why the fuck are we going back into the Matrix? Why are we doing a fourth movie? There's no need for it.
I don't know. Have
It's
you seen the
so
second and the third one? They sucked.
Yeah.
The
And-
first one, one of the greatest movies of all time.
Absolutely. No, okay. I'm glad. Okay, we can be friends again because
Okay.
yes.
All right.
Fucking 2 and 3 were garbage. I don't feel like there was any reason for him. So I really hope that this one, while it takes 2 and 3 into account, it kind of just bypasses it a little bit and picks off more from 1 when it like comes to rehashing this, because it kind of looks like they all have amnesia or some shit, or their new files.
Blue pills. Remember the blue pill, Morpheus, red pill, blue pill. Blue pill, everything goes back to the way it was. You forget all of this. Red pill is you intro the Matrix, which is why people talk about getting red pill.
Yes, everybody is high on Keanu Reeves.
Well, so and here's my thing: he fucking sucks as an actor. He's terrible.
Yeah, but he seems like a cool guy.
He is. He does. He seems like a delightful human being. He seems like a really interesting dude, and he seems like he really cares about his roles. But holy fucking shit,
It's okay to
It's
have
not
nice
good,
things though.
man. No, all right. So here's the thing though, is I think the problem is he's not given particularly well written roles for the most part.
Could he carry one?
I think he could. I think so. I really,
No.
really would like to see Keanu Reeves as Johnny Blaze, or not yeah, for Ghost Rider.
What? Keanu Reeves is Ghost Rider?
Yes, I think he'd be fucking
Get
great.
out of here.
I think
You
no.
will never be a casting director.
What the fuck, Ghost Rider? The whole point of that character is he's like tormented and he's fucking kind of out of his shit, and it's fucking him to a T, man.
Yeah, but I feel like Ghost Rider's a little bit more edgy. Like he's like, I don't think Keanu Reeves can do that. I mean, look at what he did with John Wick is not Ghost Rider.
He's pretty goddamn edgy though.
Okay, but it's not the same. It's not the same kind of. It's
Listen,
not. Doesn't have to be right. Yeah.
Nobody will
Well,
ever do a better job than Nicolas Cage
At
Fuck you and
anything.
fuck your
At
entire
anything.
existence.
at anything.
Um,
Have you seen Wicker Man?
Have you seen Adventureland?
So
Oh, dude,
terrible.
it's so
Such
dumb.
a dumb
I
fucking movie.
love it so much. It's such a terrible movie. I had such a good time watching it though.
It
Yes,
looks
I'm excited
so
for
fun.
Dune. Dune is right around the
looks good.
corner.
Yeah.
I actually just finished a podcast that went over like all the books of Dune to get me caught up to speed. So-
I'm listening to them on audiobook right now. Actually,
Yeah. Although I hear
yeah.
you're not like you don't really gain anything after the first one,
The Batman looks very, very good.
but also delayed until 2022, I think.
It did it. I thought it was coming out like this year now.
No, I think it was. I thought they got pushed back.
I thought after Shang-Chi like did super fucking hot, everyone's like trying to
Some moved
Okay.
up.
yeah, because I know Venom.
I think
2
Marvel
did.
moved up some, possibly. So
I don't know. I am excited for the new Batman movie though. I think
Yeah.
I'm cautiously optimistic. They have a finished product, like they've done test screenings, like it's done.
I'm worried about the future of Marvel. I'm not as interested as I was pre-Endgame.
Well, so here's my thing with Marvel. None of the characters. So this is why I've got some faith that like the next phase will be good, because none of the first phase characters were big characters before the MCU. Iron Man was a B-lister. Thor was a B-lister. Cap was the only like well-known name. Black Widow, nobody knew who the fuck she was. The Hulk was probably the biggest name out of the group, easily.
I mean, he
The
made me
Guardians of the
like
Galaxy, nobody knew who the
Ant-Man.
fuck they were.
like
Ant-Man, yeah, another one. Like these are all characters that like comic book nerds knew who they were. I knew who they were, but your current average MCU person, like people that got really into the Marvel movies, wouldn't have had any fucking clue who these people were prior.
Yeah.
And so that's why I've got some faith. Like they've proven that they have a very good track record of taking characters who are not very well fleshed out and turning them into a marketable thing. Now, the biggest problem with that is they keep running into the issue where the solo movies, if they don't do them as a group against a well-known, well-written, received villain, they tank, which is why Iron Man 2 and 3, I actually liked Iron Man 2, but Iron Man 2 and 3 did not do well. The villains sucked.
Yeah.
Iron Man 1 had like this lightning in a bottle kind of thing. Thor 2 sucked. Ragnarok's one of the best ones they produced, but it was more of like a group movie.
Yeah. Winter Soldier is probably the best
phenomenal.
written. Yeah.
Also a group movie. And that's kind of the thing. Like because none of these characters really have like a good antagonist to go against in one-on-one. Like even like Doctor Strange was a good movie, but Dormammu's a fucking stupid throwaway villain for the most part, especially the way he was written. They absolutely wasted.
I actually really like Doctor Strange.
There
That
are
one
some
was
people
one of my
that
favorite.
do,
That was
yeah.
That was
They
one of my
wasted-
favorite
They
ones.
wasted Mads Mikkelsen's talent. He's a fucking incredible villain, and they just like,
Dude. So
Well, Dormammu is not out of the woods. Like he's
no, he's still there.
he's
they
still there,
didn't-
but they've got other shit to talk about too. So
yeah.
they addressed him. They're like, Dormammu's this big baddie, and Doctor Strange is also like, I motherfuck everybody for fun in multiple realities.
I really hope that I really hope they don't do Galactus as the next big bad. I don't fucking want to. I want to see Doctor Doom so bad it hurts.
Yeah.
I think he's a much better antagonist. Like as a whole, he's a much. I want to see reoccurring villains.
But is there even a Fantastic Four in this phase?
They've been teased.
They're at like
Because
the end.
he will not come in until the Fantastic Four
No,
comes
no,
in.
and he shouldn't.
No.
But they've been teased in the Loki series. Like you see flashes, bits and pieces, like little things of them. Same thing with like the X-Men. Like I'm so fucking excited to see the X-Men done properly, like done by like Marvel, like in Disney Marvel. I want to see them do the fucking X-Men really bad. And they've got a great rogues gallery. There's a bunch of characters from there that they can throw in, and they can do a lot of the smaller scale shit, like they did with Winter Soldier, like they did with Black Widow, like they did with the Captain America movies. But I just don't want to see fucking Galactus, dude. And I think
No.
that's what they're hinting at with the Celestials and all this other bullshit.
Dude, all I know is that the Eternals looks awful.
Mm-hmm.
It
But
looks terrible.
But
I
everyone-
agree.
everyone said that about Guardians of the Galaxy too when it was coming out.
Seriously?
There was a big uproar when it was coming out. People were mad because like nobody knows who the fuck these people are. Who the fuck is Chris Pratt? Why is he playing Peter Quill? Like the nerds were neck bearding very, very hard when that was coming out. People were not happy about it.
I was so jazzed. Like, and that actually, Guardians of the Galaxy, both those are like two of my favorite.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
No,
they're
awesome.
really goofy. They're comedies, is what they are. But
They are.
They're pretty good.
They do a really good job at like team building. James Gunn does an awesome job at that. Like
they're leaning farther into it though too, because like we're getting Gore the God Butcher in the next Thor, and not only that, we're getting Christian Bale playing Gore the God Butcher, which is that's good stuff.
it's gonna be good. And
That's
so
good
like
stuff.
Thor is gonna be in that one.
Mhm. I think the
Um,
Guardians are in that one too.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, I'm really curious as to how they're going to do Gore the God Butcher in one movie, because he's not a one movie character. That's a big fucking bad guy. Like he's a big baddie bad.
Yeah. Well, okay, so then if you got Thor, you've got the Eternals, and you've got Gore the God Butcher, like I think that's all gonna be like kind of pink. That you probably get Adam out of that
He
Yeah.
should.
Yeah.
because that he was hinted at the end of volume 2.
Mm-hmm. And he's basically like a living Infinity Gauntlet is kind of his shtick. I don't remember much about Adam. I need to like refresh. He's one of the ones that like I like even Guardians of the Galaxy. Like I knew who they were, but I never read their fucking comics. I remember I tried to read one when I was like a teenager, and I was like, it's fucking lame. These
Hey, look, it's
characters suck.
Carl.
Coral.
Also,
Carl's
got a
girlfriend.
also, Aaron, yeah, I think Pattinson, or what is it? How do you say it? Yeah, Pattinson will definitely be better than Affleck. That's not hard to do.
People shit on him.
No.
I thought Affleck was a good Batman. I thought he was in a shittily written movie and a shittily written series, but I think he had the look and he had the.
He's better than Kilmer and Clooney. That's all you got to do.
He is. But
This is true.
I think he's much
I'll give him
more.
that.
So there's a lot of ways to do Batman. I think Affleck very much was, if you were going to ever do a Batman that was close to the DC animated series, that's who I think they need to model the real life action Batman after, is that fucking DC series, the old school Batman animated. I think he was the fit to a T for that.
He had the jawline for it.
Well, he had the demeanor. He was good. He was good at being Bruce, and he was good at being Batman. He had both of them locked in.
Affleck is
But
only good at
I do think
rom-coms.
Pattinson is going to be a much better young, dark, brooding, angry Batman.
I will say this: Gone Girl is my favorite romantic comedy.
You absolute fuck.
Dude, that movie is amazing.
I've never seen it.
Really? Oh,
Yeah,
it's so
I've never
good.
seen it. I finally
It's
watched
really
Heat.
good.
I finally watched Heat the other night because you guys made so much fun of me in Utah about it.
Oh, because you hadn't seen it because you're a moron.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
no, like I've seen. What's funny is I'd seen almost everything Michael Mann has made, and somehow I'd never seen Heat.
I know the guy, or I've met the guy who owns Al Pacino's pistol from that movie.
You did
The one with the white handle. Yeah.
Oh,
It's a 1911, I believe, with a white handle.
Yep. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's
The guy up in Tulsa owns it.
Yeah, that dude owns everything.
He does own everything.
He's fucking crazy. But on that fucking note, I guess it's time to get the fuck out of here. We actually ran a little over this time. We've got me talking about fucking nerd shit.
Yeah,
Went
we
down
came
the
in with a
rabbit hole.
plan. We didn't stick to it. We talked about whatever we wanted, and that's what we do.
Fucking A. Hey, we stuck to the plan though. We still went
Yeah,
over
for like
topics.
30 minutes.
Hey, listen, that's 30 minutes better than last time. So pat yourselves on the back. Little
Yeah.
victories.
Punk, would you like to plug your new scented pencils?
My new scented pencils, yes. They all smell like pencils.
Oh, wood flavor.
Very much wood flavor and nostalgia.
Yes.
Yeah. That was the worst. You guys have a great night.
God
Fuck off.
fucking damn it.
Yeah,
All
no.
right, we're out of here. Totals.
Bye.